The Age of Bhaarat is a dark fantasy action RPG set in ancient India, developed by Tara Gaming Limited. Players assume the role of a forest warden, utilizing traditional Indian weaponry, mystical artifacts, and spiritual powers to defend their homeland against the Rakshasa demons. The game features a unique grappling hook system that adds verticality to combat, allowing for dynamic traversal and aerial attacks. The world is richly inspired by Indian epics such as the Ramayana, offering diverse landscapes including devastated forests, treacherous mountain peaks, and mystical lakes. The narrative delves into themes of mythology and heroism, aiming to bring Indian lore to a global audience.
Punish the wicked! Bharat Mata ki Jai!
Blood of Mehran is an action-adventure hack-and-slash game developed by Permanent Way Game Co. and published by Blowfish Studios. Set in a realistic recreation of ancient Mesopotamia, the game follows the story of Mehran, a legendary warrior who seeks peace but is forced back into conflict due to external ambitions. The gameplay combines melee combat with stealth mechanics, offering various weapon combinations such as sword and shield, double swords, and bow and arrow. Players can explore diverse environments, including sand dunes, city streets, and palaces, while uncovering collectibles and secrets.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Erased is an action-packed, online, open-world adventure game set in a post-apocalyptic sci-fi world. Developed and published by Jaron Jacques, the game offers fast-paced combat, rail grinding, and parkour mechanics. Players can interact with pets, NPCs, and graffiti, embracing a culture influenced by hip-hop, Afrobeats, and K-pop. The game features a karma system, large-scale war battles, dynamic boss encounters, and live concerts. Character customization is extensive, allowing players to personalize their avatars. The narrative is emotional and dream-based, aiming to provide a psychological whirlwind experience. Erase supports online PvP and co-op modes, enhancing its multiplayer appeal.
They locked us away. Like labyrinths.
Marvel's Wolverine is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Insomniac Games, renowned for their work on the Marvel's Spider-Man series. Announced in September 2021, the game is set to be a standalone title within the same universe as Insomniac's Spider-Man games, specifically Earth 1048. The narrative will follow James Logan Howlett, also known as Wolverine, exploring his complex character and rich backstory. The game aims to deliver a mature and emotionally resonant experience, distinct from previous adaptations. Crimson Desert is an upcoming open-world action-adventure game developed by Pearl Abyss, set in the expansive and war-torn continent of Pywall. Players assume the role of Cliff, the leader of the mercenary group known as the Greymanes, as they navigate a world embroiled in conflict and seek to prevent an impending catastrophe. The game offers a richly detailed environment, featuring diverse landscapes ranging from snow-covered mountains to lush forests and arid deserts. Combat is dynamic and visceral, incorporating a variety of weapons and fighting styles, and is complemented by a deep narrative that explores themes of survival, leadership, and sacrifice. Borderlands 4 is the latest installment in Gearbox Software's renowned looter shooter franchise, set to launch on September 12, 2025. The The game introduces players to the new planet of Kairos, where they will confront the tyrannical Timekeeper and his army of synthetic enforcers. Featuring 4 new Vault Hunters, each with unique abilities and skill trees, players can expect a fresh and engaging experience. The game emphasizes a seamless open-world design, eliminating loading screens and enhancing immersion. New traversal mechanics such as double jumping, gliding, and grappling hooks have been added to enrich exploration and combat.
Be advised, a citywide curfew has been enacted. Violators will be shot on sight.
Styx Blades of Greed is the 3rd installment in the stealth action series developed by Cyanide Studio. Players reprise the role of Styx, a cunning goblin thief with a sharp wit, navigating the Icerian continent, a world teetering on the brink of war among elves, humans, and orcs. The game emphasizes stealth and agility, allowing players to explore 3 expansive, vertically designed environments. New abilities such as mind control enhance gameplay, offering multiple approaches to missions that are designed as intricate puzzles with various solutions. The narrative continues Styx's saga, filled with betrayal, backstabbing, and his trademark humor.
You guys need to slow down. Keep them coming! I got him! Just remember, kids, it's not about doing it. It's about getting away with it.
This new installment, developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Amazon Games, is being built using Unreal Engine 5. It is described as a single-player, narrative-driven adventure that continues Lara Croft's story in the Tomb Raider series. The game aims to deliver the biggest and most expansive Tomb Raider experience to date. While an exact release date has not been announced, the game is currently in development for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. The Blood of Dawnwalker is a single-player, open-world dark fantasy RPG developed by Rebel Wolves, a studio founded by former CD Projekt Red developers, including Konrad Tomaskiewicz, the director of The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. Set in the fictional kingdom of Vale Sangora during an alternate 14th century Europe, the game immerses players in a world where vampires have overthrown feudal lords amidst the chaos of the Black Death. Players assume the role of Cohen, a young man transformed into a Dawnwalker, a being caught between humanity and vampirism. With only 30 days and nights to save his sister Lonka, Cohen must navigate a narrative sandbox where choices significantly impact the story's outcome.
I don't know. How?
I am life. I am death. For all of you.
Blades of Fire is a third-person action-adventure game developed by Mercury Steam, the studio behind Castlevania Lords of Shadow and Metroid Dread. Released on May 22, 2025, the game introduces players to Aron Delira, a warrior and blacksmith in a world where Queen Nerea has cursed steel to turn into stone, rendering conventional weapons useless. Aron, wielding a sacred hammer, embarks on a quest to forge new weapons and confront the Queen's abominations. The game features a unique weapon forging system where players can craft and customize weapons, each with distinct characteristics affecting combat.
Only you can forge your legend.
What could you possibly say?
Motorslice is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Regular Studio and published by Top Hat Studios. Set in a brutalist post-apocalyptic world, the game draws inspiration from titles like Prince of Persia and Mirror's Edge. Players will navigate through liminal spaces using fluid parkour mechanics, engaging in fast-paced combat against rogue construction machines. The game emphasizes a slice-of-life narrative, focusing on a girl performing routine tasks within a megastructure. Key features include climbing massive heavy machines in epic boss fights and traversing atmospheric environments with minimalist storytelling. Assassin's Creed codename Hexe is an upcoming installment in Ubisoft's long-standing franchise, developed by Ubisoft Montreal. Directed by Clint Hocking, known for his work on Far Cry 2 and Watch Dogs, Legion, the game promises a darker, more haunting tone compared to previous entries. The Witcher 4 is the forthcoming installment in CD Projekt Red's acclaimed action RPG series, marking the beginning of a new trilogy. Set after the events of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, the game introduces Ciri as the main protagonist. Having undergone the Trial of the Grasses, Ciri is now a fully fledged Witcher, equipped with enhanced abilities and her signature sword, Zirial. The narrative promises to delve into themes of identity and consequence, offering a mature and emotionally resonant experience. The game is being developed using Unreal Engine 5, aiming to deliver a richly detailed open-world environment. While Geralt of Rivia is confirmed to appear, his role will not be central to the story. Ghost of Yōtei is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Sucker Punch Productions, serving as a spiritual successor to Ghost of Tsushima. Set in 1603, over 300 years after the original game, players assume the role of Atsu, a ronin seeking vengeance against the Yōtei Six, a group of masked outlaws responsible for her family's death. The game features a non-linear campaign, allowing players to choose the order in which they confront each member of the Yōtei Six. Combat has been expanded to include new weapons such as the Odachi, Kusarigama, Tanegashima, and dual katanas, alongside returning tools like the Kaginawa. Gothic 1 Remake is a faithful reimagining of the 2001 cult classic action RPG, developed by Alchemia Interactive and published by THQ Nordic. Set in the gritty Valley of Mines, players will once again assume the role of the nameless hero, navigating a treacherous world filled with political intrigue, factional conflicts, and monstrous threats. The remake aims to preserve the essence of the original while introducing modern enhancements. The game features a completely overhauled combat system, refined controls, and a revamped user interface to meet contemporary standards. The world has been expanded by approximately 10 to 30%, incorporating areas that were previously underdeveloped or omitted due to technical limitations in the original game.
Your opponents using a variety of melee weapons. Eliminate them from a distance, or term fans. However, we feel there is room to develop the experience further by telling new
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time Remake is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Ubisoft Montreal, aiming to breathe new life into the beloved 2003 classic. The remake promises to deliver a modernized experience while staying true to the original's core narrative and gameplay mechanics. Players will once again step into the shoes of the prince, navigating a perilous journey filled with time-manipulating puzzles, acrobatic platforming, and intense combat sequences. The development of the remake has faced several challenges, including changes in development studios and multiple delays.
I brought this on us.
You are brave and courageous.
Ecúmene Aztec is a narrative-driven survival action RPG developed by Ecúmene Games. Set in 1521 during the Spanish conquest of the Aztec Empire, players assume the role of a young Aztec who escapes a ritual sacrifice and must navigate a world torn between tradition and invasion. The game emphasizes brutal melee combat, stealth mechanics, and survival elements, allowing players to use traditional Aztec weapons like the Macuahuitl and ATL Atl. Players can choose to align with the Aztecs to defend their culture or side with the Spanish allied tribes, with choices impacting the game's narrative. The developers have collaborated with cultural consultants to ensure authenticity in depicting Aztec civilization. Gravity Forge is an upcoming third-person action-adventure game developed by Relay. Set in the dystopian city of Gaston, the game combines elements of diesel punk, biopunk, and Art Nouveau aesthetics. Players take on the role of Elsa, an elegant assassin utilizing gravity manipulation and parkour skills to combat hordes of biomechanical enemies. The game features both single-player and online co-op modes, with mechanics allowing players to walk on walls, create gravity wells, and alter mass to interact with the environment creatively. Gravity Forge is powered by Unreal Engine 5 and is currently in pre-alpha development. Caona is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Rising 9, a studio founded by solo developer Rising Flavor. Set in a fictional world inspired by South American mythology, the game invites players to explore the land of the gods, engaging in combat against hostile deities and mystical creatures. Drawing inspiration from titles like The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, God of War, and Shadow of the Colossus, Caona emphasizes exploration, puzzle solving, and intense battles. The narrative unfolds through the discovery of lore fragments, leading to a surprising conclusion. Currently in early prototype stages, Caona is being developed using Unreal Engine 5.